Hello and welcome, I'm Misstical. This Misstical Gaming, we're jumping back into Watcher of Realms. Yes, it's Trial of the Nightmare, stage 17. My Sun Wukong isn't strong enough. I've had to start using Valeria instead now. But nice little quirk on this one though. We can use Admiral Claw. Now, I think he's probably viable in a lot of other places as well on the stages leading up. So let's just get me out of the way as per normal. Right, so hopefully that would do it. So I make a bit of a mess of this, to be brutally honest. The placement I put Admiral Claw in is wrong. But Hattie down first. I don't really see the point in that because he's not doing anything for a long period of time. Yeah, there's a couple of things wrong with the start of this, but I mean it does get you through, so you can use it this way. I don't think there's much in it over how you place your first set of heroes down, as long as you've got enough to clear them off. So I'm auto casted to start with just to get off all the ults. They're all about the same time, so I just trigger off on auto. Once they've pulled, I then stop. Now, quick one. It's important where we place Admiral Claw, because those mobs that you pull down towards you face a certain direction, so you have to make sure you're placed in the right area, because otherwise they may turn or you may not be facing them, and then they don't do the swing, so they don't do damage, therefore they're still invulnerable. All you've done is move them to somewhere else where they're invulnerable. Okay, so there's something to be aware of there. Kagiri goes down there, and that's because Kagiri can now hit those when the ultimate goes off, or when she's had long enough of not doing anything. The next thing we do is we place down our tank, because we've got people coming out here, so any defender or tanky fighter would do. Next is taking care of these mobs up here that we've just dragged down, and to do that we're going to use arrogance. Arrogance is going to go up there and they can reach the mob. Also with the ultimate we'll be able to get these two on the left hand side, on the bottom as well. Now just bear in mind we're using Hattie's ult here, and that is to help out with the ads coming up, the mobs coming across the bottom, not for anything else. Okay, so that's why we're triggering the ult there, because we want to kill one before the second one comes along, so they're not stuck on the same tile. Remember, they get a boost to their attack and attack speed if they're on the same tile. Now we can see Kagiri kicking off. Kagiri's absolutely smashing those ads for us. Okay, absolutely fantastic. Arrogance's ultimate is doing damage up there for us. It's wonderful, absolutely fantastic. We will clear them off in no time. As the other two come along, we're triggering off Kagiri's ult just for clearing off those two, and they'll be back in time for next time we need it. Okay, there we go. Last one to go down, we've got Arrogance there and Hattie as well. Now the next thing we do is replace Admiral Claw. Now again, this is because of what happens when you pull them. Admiral Claw has to go there because when we pull the mobs down, they will turn to their right, so they'll be facing down the screen. If you place him above them, he will pull them down, they will turn right, they don't have a mob in front of them, they don't attack, they remain invincible as well. Okay, so just bear that in mind. He's going up there, he's going to pull them down, and they return to the right. Okay, nice and easy. I should have geared him probably a little bit better. Okay, Orodon's going down there because we've got some mobs coming along, and then we're going to start damaging those up, so we've got time to build up his ultimate. Now we've got a fireball just beside me, just coming out here. What we're going to do is we're going to use our little trick that we used before. We're going to use a Baron, because the one that we've got now and the one that's just here have less duration than Baron's unyielding. Okay, so we'll place Baron down, he will die from it, then he'll go unyielding, and then the next one will come along. So he will trigger that one, he's going to die, there we go, he's now unyielding. Now we've got 8 seconds for the next one to come along. As soon as it explodes, withdraw him, get a little bit of the coin cost about. We've triggered Moradin's ult, so we can start DPSing these mobs going across. I am curious if there's a way that I can get those other targets to move down a bit. I think that'd be a bit easier, but it is what it is. We are triggering off ults as and when we need them, and then we're going to take care of the other side. What we're doing over the other side is we've got Sun Wukong and Valeria. She's up there as well, taking care of them, and that's essentially it, done and dusted. I don't have really enough DPS to sort of take care of these mobs. They do a little walk, but I'm not much out on the DPS required, and by the time they get anywhere they are pretty much dead. So we've got 3 coming down now. trigger off her ultimates in that top right hand side. Get rid of those as fast as we can. But she's going to go unyielding again, so she's got that unyielding ability, so we've got another couple of seconds where we can kill those off. Now you can see they are what, 75% dead before they move. So we've got a little while to come round now, and then we've got Sun Wukong there. We can place our Toreador down, but Captain Claw's due off, Baron's due off, so even if they take out Toreador, we would still have a Baron to put up there. We've got time on our side to actually clear that off, okay? So that's pretty much how it's done with Captain Claw. It's a nice little quirk. I don't think I've got it quite right, but we're running out of time on the day, and if people have him, then he's quite nice to move about. I did some play testing with him afterwards, and I think we've got him in a better position, so we'll have a look at that afterwards. So just have a look at the gearing of everyone. It hasn't really changed. It's going to be a whistle stop tour. Gearing Toreador, he's still there. Same set as he was in earlier. Tempered Will, there's his artifact. Still haven't got around to changing it to the ring. Arrogance is still there. Gear, Cataclysm, including his exclusive, and the same goes for his artifact as well. And he's not awakened at all. Okay, that's all remaining the same. Sun Wukong, there's his gearing. Soulbound Arcana, skills are all done. Awakened A5. Artifact, he's still got his at level 19. Geary, still A3. I think that's where I might struggle. I think the people who are clearing it with him, I've got him up to A5, so maybe that is something I'm going to have to not too sure how I'll go about doing it, but there we go. There's Baron's stuff. He's awakened all the way up. Artifact, he's got the Bastion Ring on, no great shakes. He was in the Guardian set. So Hattie, she's still in the Cat set. Awakened, I've got Array 1. She's got her exclusive artifact on, so that's her done and dusted. Morden, he's still in the Ageless Wrath, isn't it? I think set. Skills are all done. Awakened, we haven't got him awakened yet, but who knows, one day. And then Artifact, he's got his own artifact up to level 13. Okay, so there we go. Here she is. Now I had to do a little bit of tweaking with her to make sure her damage was up to spec. There we go. Skills are all done. Awakened, I've got her at A1, and I've used a Wailing Skull. I haven't used her exclusive artifact. Abomination. There's Abomination still in the Glacier set. There's his artifact. A quick one while we stop here. Pantheon is maxed out. Should put that somewhere. There should be somewhere nice to actually put that out. So Pantheon is maxed out, so your gear adjustments may have to change should your Pantheon not be maxed out. Okay, so sort of something to bear in mind. I try and find somewhere. Now here he is. Skills are not all done. Gearing, he's just in the Mana Spring set because I wanted some of that Rage Regen and that auto going on to try and get it around a little bit quicker. I think he does some attacks, so it might be, or he will be doing some attacks in the future, so it might be worth looking at where we can use him. His skills aren't all done. If I put some skills into his ultimate cost would come down by 200, which is quite nice, and then we can start pulling around much quicker. So that's a definite consideration. Okay, right. Little play test with him. I've used him in the wrong place. Like I said, I think it'd be better here. So I think this is the place where he's going to be best used. I've done a couple of play tests with him. So we'd put him up here, he'd pull one down, okay, for us. We then put our Sun Wukong down. Sun Wukong goes down in there. Sun Wukong is going to pick up a clone. Now, they recognise the clone because the clone attacks them, I think. I haven't managed to get it to work with Wailing Skull, but the clone gets hit by the mob. The mob does an attack, which does damage, and therefore he loses his invulnerability, and therefore we can attack him then. Okay, there we go. Now when Captain's Claw ultimate is due, here we go, there's the ultimate. We can then pull in the next one and pull that across as well. Now we are just waiting then for a clone to come off. There's a clone, and then that second one is available for attacking as well. Haven't quite got it worked out, but I think that's the rough sort of plan with it. And how the other side will work, I don't know. I haven't really worked out, but just quite intrigued by what you can do with him on this. And interestingly, played around with on level 18. Very interesting with regards to Maul. Maul is not immune to being dragged back, so you can get this endless cycle of the boss trying to walk off, getting pulled back, walk off, pull back. I don't have the DPS even then to deal with the boss, but it's a possibility going forward. I'm sure bigger brains will come up with some other ideas, but yeah, he is about very usable, I think. Nice little niche place for him if you've got him. So possibly something maybe next weekend we'll start having a look at that. But I thought it's quite amusing, and it's nice to take some of these people who are stuck in the vault and don't get much use in the game and sort of play around with them. Okay, so there he is. There's Captain Claw being used. All right, thank you very much for your time. If you leave the old thumbs up, like and subscribe, that'd help me out massively. Share it around. Other people have probably gotten stuck in the vault and maybe stuck on stage 17. I'm fairly certain maybe some of the earlier stages as well, you could probably use them about somewhere, so we might have a play test about next weekend as well. All right, now thank you very much for your time. If you do the old thumbs up, like and subscribe, like I said, that would help me out. I'll see you all in a video again soon. Cheers for your time. Thank you. Goodbye.